This is what happens when a self-made man climbs the ranks of nobility. Let's overanalyze the sigil of Sir Bronn of the Blackwater. First of all, when you think of sigils, you think of all these cool things. We have direwolves, we have lions, we have silver chalices with wings, we have eagles flying in the sky, we have a dragon eating its own tail, we have a black lion sleeping around lazily. There are so many different sigils. And each one has a founder who has passed that sigil on from heir to heir for generations and generations. But what makes Bronn's sigil so special in this story is we are actually seeing how a potential new family rising the ranks in nobility starts off. And that's what makes it so cool. When we look at other people, we see that they inherited a sigil, or they slightly modified their family sigil, like the Blackfish or Loras Tyrell. But this is a self-made man. This is a turn of the 20th century capitalist, kind of, in a way that everything in front of him is just opportunity. And what you gonna do with it? Probably hoard all the resources for himself. That is what Bronn does, and that's what they did. But how did the man go from a scoundrel to a knight and a de facto lord to his lady wife's house? It all started when a man met a slightly shorter man. A broship, a kinship was formed, and he hitched his wagons to the part-time hand of the king. And fast forward to the Battle of the Blackwater, and we got boats going bluey, people. Our hand of the king had the great idea to let Stannis Baratheon ships come into the bay, then rise up a chain and use wildfire that was in certain ships to go boom, that way trapping all the ships behind the chain at the bay and letting them all burn down, even sacrificing some of the king's own fleet. But it worked. It caused a big blow to Stannis' whole fleet. It was a smart plan. It was a great plan. And our man Bronn played a crucial role. He was in command of the oxen and the people who were pulling the chain up once the ships got into the bay. And after the battle was all said and done, our man Tywin Lannister had this guy and 599 other people made knights. Because when you lose so many people in battle, you kind of got to replenish that whole knightly order and things. So what does every knight want to do? That is create their own sigil. And Bronn's like, what would be the best sigil for me? That would be something that represents how I got to be a knight in the first place. So literally, he picks a chain engulfed by green fire, aka wildfire, people. And is Bronn morally gray? Yes. Is the background to his sigil morally gray? Yes. Thus, the knightly scoundrel is born. So you can say that for Sir Bronn of the Blackwater, that his sigil represents him getting the opportunity to burst into the upper echelon of society. Because this man is not throwing away his shot.